What's up, gamers? Welcome to our iFunny Sports Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the big wide receiver trades that went down. So, let's get right into this. Let's rise and grind and get guys.
Okay, it's me, Aaron Rodgers _ and Cameron Wake is God. On
That's
iFunny.
good.
Make sure you go subscribe to him, please. Pretty please.
If you know me, you
No,
probably don't like
sub
me.
to him. You know what? Maybe if he posts once in a while, you guys will
Maybe
sub
if I
to him.
didn't talk so much shit all the time.
All right,
Maybe that would help my cause.
that would hardly help a little bit.
So, probably. So the main thing I definitely want to talk about today is we definitely had a lot of crazy wide receiver trades that went down.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams were a little better at it than others. That's all I'm going to say for now.
Yeah.
I definitely think some teams tried to inflate the market a little bit, but kind of
Not
backfired.
gonna say who.
Not going to say who yet. We'll get there.
John Gruden.
Cooper. Yeah. So we're going to start off by talking about Golden Tate.
Golden Tate to the Eagles.
To the Eagles, correct. I like Golden Tate.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had a really good tenure in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much in Seattle.
Oh, no, but he did catch one pass in Seattle. You remember it? You remember it? Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah. Everyone remembers that.
Everybody remembers it. In his rookie year, he had 21 receptions, 227 yards, no touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Which,
starts making
I guess if you're a rookie wide receiver in 2010, you're probably not really expected to be a number one wide receiver right away.
Yeah, but then you look at people like Juju, who they get a whole bunch of yards because people like Antonio Brown, they're double covered, so it leaves people like him open. It's just
that's
it just depends who else is on your team. Like if you have Aaron Rodgers thrown to you and you're a rookie wide receiver, let's say injuries or something, you're gonna get probably around over 500 yards. It's just how it works.
And so one thing to note about Golden Tate is if he's not the primary receiver on a team, it's probably not getting as many yards.
Mm-hmm.
You look at when he was with Seattle, he never broke 1,000 yards. Mm-hmm. But when he was with Detroit in 2014, his first season, 99 catches, 1,300 yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
was that the season Matthew Stafford was a rookie? I can't remember.
2009? 2008?
Oh, no.
It was the year after they went 0-16.
That's right. Yeah, never mind.
Because I think Stafford had Megatron.
Yeah, he did.
2009. So I think it was either 2008 or 2009.
Well, I just couldn't remember when Stafford entered the league.
Yeah. And I like Stafford. I think Stafford's a great quarterback. I think he has a really good arm. I don't like the amount of risks that Stafford takes constantly. I think he throws some very costly interceptions.
I mean, but then you look at his toughness. That Browns game, dislocated his shoulder.
He came back for the
He doesn't care. He comes back for that last game. He's yelling at the coaches, telling them, "I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play that last play. It doesn't matter." He was in so much pain, but he fought through it to finish the game.
Yeah. And I don't really see Wentz being that kind of guy. I think Wentz is very, calm and collected, doesn't take a lot of risks when he's throwing it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I'm gonna make a comparison here because I was watching the highlight video of Golden Tate's career last night. If LaShawn McCoy was a full-time wide receiver, it would be Golden Tate. Tate is very...
Exclude this year.
Exclude this year. Yeah. Not this year's LaShawn McCoy.
He screwed me in fantasy.
I think Golden Tate is very, very shifty. I think he's not very fast.
No.
He doesn't cover a lot of ground, but he will make you miss. Yeah. And I think Carson Wentz, being the type of quarterback he is, really likes players that are shifty.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure receivers kind of like you're looking at receivers like Jordy Nelson, Golden Tate. Like they learn the art of running routes, so speed it doesn't start to become an issue. They're bigger bodied, they can go up and get it, but nothing like Megatron, of course. He's just a beast.
I mean,
it's just.
Golden Tate is 5'10".
Yeah,
which is pretty average for a receiver.
And
but he's also kind of
average. Like you usually want more of a 6 foot or more receiver, just because they can go up and get them jump balls. But that's why he works perfectly in a slot. Like,
exactly.
You want smaller receivers in the slot, shifty.
Plus, at 197 pounds.
Yeah.
Small.
Definitely. Small but thick.
Small but agile. Small but thick with like 3 C's.
Oh no, 4 C's.
4 C's. Whoa. We're getting Jamarcus Russell level, Kelvin Benjamin type thick. Is what we're talking about.
Now. Did you see that one article? It was like Kelvin Benjamin. I don't remember what coach said it, but he's one. I think it was KFC biscuit away from a tight end.
Oh my god.
or Popeye's biscuit. Popeye's.
He can probably catch as well as Jack Doyle. So.
Yeah. I'm
gonna throw shade.
Oh God, do it.
I don't like Kelvin Benjamin. I think he's a.
Yeah, I know.
I think he's a bit.
Yeah, no. So he's leaving. He's leaving Carolina, and he says he's never had any support or any good quarterback, and it's like, okay, Cam's really not that bad. If you look at Cam, he's.
Cam had one bad season.
Yeah, he had one bad season, but then you look at that 15 and 1 season.
Yeah.
They got to the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, Cam he struggled in the Super Bowl, but that's against a legendary Broncos defense. Like a defense that
true.
It's just crazy.
That defense,
like Peyton Manning. If that defense
Peyton Manning was not good.
That was his last season. He was horrendous. He was horrible. If you didn't have that defense, they go 5. They go like 5-11. That they sucked.
Playoffs. If they don't have that defense, they're not.
Yeah. They didn't make the playoffs.
So no, not at all. I like this. I like this Golden Tate move to Philly. And what did they give up for him? Like a third and a fourth?
I think it was a third and a fourth. If it doesn't work out, I don't remember.
I mean,
I don't think they gave
that's
him
good. That's good value.
Yeah. You want to move on to the next one?
That's. I mean, you're looking at you're trading for a guy who's going to start at your slot wide receiver because you've got
who has more yards.
You've got Nelson
Cooper.
Aguilar.
Who has more yards than Cooper?
He has more yards than Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Cooper's also missed like 2 games.
Amari Cooper.
Oh, Amari Cooper.
Yeah, not Cooper.
Amari
Kupp.
Cooper. I thought you were saying Cooper Kupp. I was like, hey, we don't talk shit about Cooper Kupp here.
Yeah,
Cooper Kupp is a godsend angel. All right,
guys. If you guys are gonna get offended by us trash talking Amari Cooper trade,
more than likely, because I'm going to absolutely.
I am going to rip through that trade so bad.
Like, that was the dumbest fucking thing.
Yep.
Good on the Raiders.
Yeah. The Raiders had 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, good for them. But Dallas, what are you doing?
You're retarded.
It was.
You could have traded a second-round pick, and that would have worked.
I think they could have gotten away with a third, honestly.
Well, I thought another team offered a second round. So
did they?
Yeah. So it would have to be like a second round and then like maybe a 7th. That would probably.
I just don't understand it.
Neither do I.
Amari Cooper is okay.
He's okay. If he can stop dropping passes.
Yeah, if he can catch some passes.
But if you look at the whole
first round,
you know what? We should wait. We should wait until we get to it. All right.
That's true. All right.
So you want to move on?
My final thoughts. My final thoughts on this Golden Tate trade is honestly that's like an 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. I think it's good for the Eagles. I think the Lions got good value in return for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Definitely. I think guys like Marvin Jones, who for some reason now I'm thinking doesn't actually play for the Lions, but I'm going to go with it.
I'm pretty sure he does still.
I think he does. I think he was like their receiver. I think Marvin Jones is really going to be able to step up.
Definitely.
So I like this Golden Tate trade.
I'm not sure how Matthew Stafford's going to feel about it, but I definitely like it.
All right. So
Demaryius Thomas to the Texans.
Demaryius Thomas to the Texans.
I have mixed feelings about this one.
You know, one thing a lot of people say about Demaryius Thomas, he's fallen off after, after Peyton Manning retired. Well, yeah. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you had, gosh dang, Trevor Seaman.
Yeah, you don't have an actual quarterback throwing to you. You don't have a good offense working with you. You can't get anything going. You have a good run game, so they're going to be running the game more instead of passing the ball. It's just that simple. It's just like the Bills. Why do you think Tyrod didn't throw so many interceptions? They had McCoy. McCoy was doing good. They just
because they had McCoy because you could run it.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. What were we gonna say? Sorry.
That's why I agree that Demaryius Thomas, of course, they don't have a good quarterback. He's not going to play as well. That's just simple. That's how it works. All right, you can go.
I think with him moving on from the Broncos and Texans, Deshaun Watson is good.
Yeah, I think
Deshaun Watson burned the Miami defense.
Yeah,
in that game,
100%. It was what was the final score? It was like 42 to 20.
It was like 45 to 23.
Yeah.
It was not good. We gave up like 2 75-yard touchdowns.
That's horrible.
Hey, Frank Gore had 100 rushing yards that game. So
old man still kicking.
Old man can still do shit. So I think Demaryius Thomas moving to the Texans and having a good, reliable, quarterback throwing to him is going to be good for the final bits of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's kind of old. He's 30.
Yeah,
30-year-old wide receiver.
He's getting old for a receiver. You look at people like Jordy Nelson. They can still play. But they have to have a good QB. They have to have some sort of supporting cast to, play good. One of the things about Demaryius Thomas. Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I think the Texans have a really good offense.
Yeah, so do I. I think that. With a high-powered offense, Demaryius Thomas, most people think he's slow. He actually ran a 4.0, I think it was 3.8. He's definitely not slow. He's one of the more quick receivers in the league.
Yeah.
He's one of those threats that, with a good quarterback, you just have to game plan for him. This is how it works.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Deshaun Watson, I don't like to, hop on the hype train of Deshaun Watson. I don't think he's some God-sent QB. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
But I think Deshaun Watson is going to be very good for Demaryius Thomas at the end of his career.
Oh, yes.
And I think that's definitely going to be something to look for, especially because Will Fuller is out now.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what kind of kicked him to go get this trade here.
Yeah. Will Fuller went down with a torn ACL, and that's for a wide receiver, that's a hard injury.
Yeah,
that's
especially Will Fuller. He's younger, but then there's receivers. I'm going to use Jordy again. Jordy tore his ACL. He did win comeback player of the year. He did play well, but
yeah,
Jordy's one of those players you need to have a smart quarterback to throw to him. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
That's why he works so well with Aaron. It's just a smart quarterback know where he's going to throw it before he does.
Going back to that comeback player of the year, I'm just saying Cameron Wake got absolutely robbed.
He did.
Comeback player of the year. First of all, you son of a gun.
He did.
Should have won that because I think he came back and had 12 sacks.
Yeah, I know. There's lots of things like JJ. That one year he should have won MVP. But
that's true. They don't really care about defensive players.
No, then that's kind of frustrating. The league is slowly starting to become. I think slowly starting to become a defensive league again. But
I would
because
hope
of
so.
that, they need to change how players play. Because of these new rules. That's probably another episode. We'll discuss all the rules.
Yeah, we'll discuss the rule changes. We'll talk about Clay Matthews. We'll talk about all that. I know that's a soft spot right there.
Yeah, we lost. No, you know what? No. Go on. Oh, God.
I think Demaryius Thomas has a very good case for being a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
One-time Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowl, two-time second-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
665 receptions, 9,000 receiving yards.
I'm pretty sure
60 receiving touchdowns.
If he gets over that 10,000 mark for receiving yards, because
he'll play 2 or 3 more years, I would say.
I think he'll play till he's 35. Actually,
I think if he wins another Super Bowl with the Texans,
he might retire.
I think it's guaranteed. He's either going to retire.
I mean, retire on a hot note.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way a player can go out. I don't think it's fair because a lot of people weirdly dissed Peyton Manning when he retired.
I think I think it was kind of like the thing, he played horribly during that game.
He knows he's not good anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, but retiring, I think that was definitely a good choice. He was going to retire even if he lost.
Yeah, even if they lost, he was done. Unless you pull a Megatron, retire, 7 years into your career because you don't like the team you're on.
Well, he wanted to be traded, and they wouldn't accept it.
He didn't want to trade him.
He wanted to come back, but he would only come back if they would let him be traded, and they said no.
Yeah.
So basically,
that was the whole thing with Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Except the Seahawks were like, "Oh yeah, sure. Oh, you don't want to play
here?
Yeah,
they wanted to get rid of him.
Okay, fine. We'll release your contract. You can go."
Well, it's like you look at a guy like Joe Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Joe Thomas.
That's just sad though.
I loved Joe Thomas, but I felt bad for him. Because if anybody deserved to win multiple Super Bowl rings, it was Joe Thomas.
Except he didn't turn his back on his team. Kind of like
No, he didn't. That's what I respect.
There's players like Joe Thomas, Larry Fitz.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else am I thinking of? To be honest, I don't even know. They're just
Joe Thomas and Larry Fitz. Those are the 2 best guys in NFL history, right there.
Yeah,
Those are the 2 nicest human beings.
Larry Fitz. I mean, both of them guaranteed Hall of Famers.
100%.
Larry Fitzgerald. He spiked that ball because his I think it was his son didn't go to the game. He spiked it for the 2-point conversion. And then after the game, he apologized. That's the most Larry Fitzgerald-like thing that I've ever seen.
The most Larry Fitzgerald thing you can do.
Yeah.
I love Larry Fitzgerald. Definitely
so do I.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I love him even though he destroyed us because Clay Matthews
was that the 2016
shush
playoff game?
Yeah, wild card. No, not wild card. It was divisional, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was. I think it was divisional because it was right before they got blown out by the Panthers.
Yeah, it was.
I like decent.
What was that? Your mic cut out?
I think did it.
Yeah.
I was saying I liked Carson Palmer. I thought.
Good. Sometimes he had a few attitude problems that could have been addressed, but
Yeah. Some quarterbacks tend to act like divas.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Only a few.
Only a couple. Tom Brady.
Oh no. Oh no.
Go kiss your son, you joke.
Oh no.
You hear that, Saquon?
Oh god. Okay.
All right. So, final thoughts on this Demaryius Thomas trade. I think it's going to be good for the rest of his career.
I think it's going to be great for the rest of his career. Great for the rest of the team. Not much else I can say besides that. I think if Deshaun Watson can maybe step it up a little bit, he could definitely get over 1,000 yards this season.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I'm calling about 1,000, maybe 20-some yards, maybe 7 touchdowns. That's what I'll call it.
Just barely breaking that.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, 1,000 yards, that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
For a 30-year-old wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What's your final thoughts?
Good trade. Good value.
Mm-hmm.
Good player.
I think it was a 4th-round pick.
Yeah, 4th.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of these guys were very smart with their trades and didn't give up a 1st-round pick.
Nope. All right. Let's go to the next trade. here.
I think this is
Oh
definitely
wait,
gonna be, you're gonna definitely be taking over for this one.
haha, Quentin Dix. Yeah.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
Uh, you know, he's he's one of those
Yeah, I'm just
safeties
gonna
that
let you.
you're just gonna let me talk here. Yeah, I know. It's alright. You don't know too much about haha. That's fine.
I don't.
Uh,
I do like the guy. I like his name.
I love
It's
haha
funny.
Quentin Dix. Have
I
his
love
jersey.
Haha Clinton Dix.
Uh, absolutely love him. He was one of my favorite safeties. From the Packers. I was so happy when they drafted him. He's from Alabama, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's another Alabama player, Redskins.
A
um,
lot of Alabama Redskins.
I think it's kind of funny. Haha. And
the Washington Crimson Skins.
oh my god.
Is that racist?
Hope not. I mean, actually, I
Hope
don't
not.
care.
I don't think it's
I mean,
racist.
I don't think mods are gonna get this far into the into the
Right? They're gonna watch the first like 5 minutes and be like, "All right, fuck these nerds."
Yep.
No, they're gonna hear the intro.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be like, "Nope, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm not
Let's
watching
see.
this."
Haha, he was putting together a pretty good season. He was having some issues with coverage though. He was getting beat. He was getting burnt. It wasn't looking like his first 2 seasons. Uh, I don't think that was why he was led to be cut though. He not cut, traded. Um, he kind of told the Packers that, like, kind of sent a message when he said he doesn't think he's gonna be here. Uh, he said, he doesn't think he's going to be here. He doesn't think that the team really wants him there. He doesn't really want to be here. It's more of like a message that was sent when he said that. And
Yeah.
it definitely made him expendable. This picture here, it's DJ Swearinger and haha Quentin Dix. What I think is funny is haha Quentin Dix went and gave DJ Swearinger a high five right after he got that pick, and Swearinger actually gave him a high five back. So I'm not sure if they're like good
Nice.
buddies or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of. I wonder if haha had some say in where he wanted to be traded. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
thinking.
more than likely,
Like,
if he's already got good chemistry with some players
yeah,
on another team, he's probably gonna, say, "Hey, look, I'm sure this team is gonna be interested in trading for me. You should,
hmm
call them up."
yeah, definitely. It's one of those things. It's frustrating to see, uh, when your team trades away a player at a depleted position already. Josh
Yeah.
Jackson, not Josh Jackson.
Josh Jackson.
What's his name? Josh Jones.
Sam Shields.
No,
Doesn't
he's
even
on the
play for you
Rams.
guys anymore.
No, he's on the
Plays for
Rams.
the Rams. It's like a 6-string QB or cornerback.
God, he's had like 7 concussions.
He's like a 67 overall in Madden.
Jesus. Oh God. Well, I mean, he didn't play for a year, so I mean that's kind of
yeah, he was out for a while. I'm not a big. I don't know a lot of safeties in the league.
Mhm.
I know the big names like Rashad Jones, Harrison Smith, guys like that.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely this year you didn't hear a lot about haha Clinton Dix. It was kind of like he was just kind of on the team, and you knew he was on the Packers.
Like, I mean, he was making big plays, but not at times where it like counted. Like, it was in kind of games that we already had.
Yeah.
Those big plays that when they were needed came from Jair Alexander. Let's see who else. I don't even remember who. I know Jair Alexander's made a few big plays. In his first game back last week, he had 5 pass deflections. That's just great. They targeted him the whole game, and he was playing outstanding. Bill Belichick said that he thinks he's going to be a great player, play for a long time in the league.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just accidentally clicked on the 2014 Green Bay depth chart.
Quentin Dix. It's sad to see a player like.
Now here's a guy.
Oh my God.
Says that.
Josh Jones. He's not ready to play. Shut up. Josh Jones isn't ready to play. I think Whitehair, Jermaine Whitehair. I think he is injured. So if we have Jones playing, that's going to be an area of the field that's really targeted.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much more to say about this trade. I'm pretty, like, I feel like haha was worth a little bit more than I think it was a 4th-round pick, maybe a 3rd. He's a young player, promising career.
Sorry, I'm trying to find.
Oh, that's fine.
Something.
Why
are you doing this to me?
It's just that kind of thing that, like, as a Packer fan, it's frustrating. You don't want to see your good players be traded and such.
So,
you can go.
I want to talk about this because 2 weeks from now, who's playing?
Are you talking about the Packers?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I know we play the Patriots.
Because the Dolphins are coming to Lambeau.
Oh, okay. I remember the last time they played.
And I'm a very confident guy in my team.
You remember the last time they played, though, huh?
What was the final score? It was close, wasn't it?
Remember the fake spike?
Shut up. That's Dan Marino's thing. Fuck off.
Oh, I know. Davante Adams got to the 2-yard line, I think, with the fake spike. It was such a close game.
Up.
Horrible. It shouldn't
Cameron
have been
Wake's
that close.
going to have like 900 sacks. Probably not. He'll probably have like 1.
I mean,
Cameron Wake's only got 1 sack this year.
I mean, he is getting old. I mean, to be honest.
That's true. And with Sue gone,
yeah, you don't have
Sue absorbed a lot of the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave Wake a lot of room.
Yeah.
Plus, he's been injured. He missed like 3 games.
Cameron did.
Wake did.
Yeah.
Like jacked up his knee.
All
right. Yeah. So, final thoughts on this HaHa trade?
I feel like we should have gotten more. I'm happy that he's going to a team he obviously likes. I'm happy for him. Hope he has a great career and all that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a horrible fan and burn his jersey. I'm going to keep his jersey. I mean,
I don't understand those people.
Neither do I.
Like you just burnt like $120.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You ready to move on then? Unless you have something to say.
I think it's time to
Amari Cooper.
The main point, our boy Amari Cooper
to
Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys. What are you thinking?
Yeah, for Dallas? A first-round pick. Like,
a first-round pick.
You are absolutely retarded.
Cooper.
Like, this is just the dumbest trade I have ever seen. Like,
I don't understand
I don't think
this.
I've seen anything more dumb than this. He's had 2 games with no receptions, no yards. I'm pretty sure those games were drop passes too. Those games he was just absolutely horrible. He's had 2 good games so far, and that's when he hasn't dropped passes.
Yeah.
So I don't see anything telling me he can play better. I see absolutely nothing.
They basically just went out and traded a younger version of Dez Bryant. Let's be honest.
I can see that.
Except Dez was, good when he was younger.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I think this trade is horrible. Let's be 100% honest. It's horrible. It's not good at all.
It's the only trade right now where I'm like, what the hell is going on? What are you doing?
Well, beginning of the season it was Khalil Mack. You can obviously tell that that John Gruden is rebuilding the Raiders. He may say he's not. 3 first-round picks traded away 2 of your star players. You're rebuilding. You're rebuilding. Admit it. It's frustrating.
And it's definitely got to be frustrating for the fans, considering they were a playoff team 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And not much has changed on the team except for coach.
Well,
Derek. They didn't have a good year last year, but Derek Carr was hurt.
No, I mean he got hurt. Wait, no. Wait. That was the playoff season. That was right. Never mind.
Yeah, it was 2016.
That was when he broke his leg.
Yeah, and then they got blown out by the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Texans got blown out by the Patriots.
And
the Dolphins got blown out by the Steelers. God damn it! Come on, Dolphins. You're in the fucking playoffs. Remember that? Remember when the Dolphins were in the playoffs? 2016,
Dolphins, the Bills, the Titans were in the playoffs. The Packers were not. That's something
that
I'll
great?
never think I'll ever say again.
Wasn't that was an amazing time when the Dolphins are in the playoffs, but the Packers are fine.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
This year, so Amari Cooper's stats this year are 280 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. he has a long of 36 yards.
He's only had 1 game where he's caught every single. Oh no, he's had 2 games where he's caught every single pass thrown his way. In
Still
one game,
horrible.
he was in 1 game he was 0 for 1.
Yep.
The next week he was 1 for 1 for 10 yards.
1 catch.
Against Cleveland, he was 8 for 11, 128 yards. That's a decent game. 1 touchdown too.
Yeah, and it's it's one of those things that makes you think if this guy catches, he's good. Because that Browns defense, that's pretty juicy, to be honest.
The Browns defense is good.
Yeah,
I don't think enough people give credit to the Browns defense. The Browns defense is good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then against Miami, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but at the beginning of the season, Miami had a great defense at the beginning of the year.
They did. I'm not sure what happened. You could probably tell me.
We're the Dolphins. Yeah, it's right. What we do. We start off really well.
The Packers,
and then we go 4-4.
Okay, so he's not here. He's not on this list, but I do want to touch base with Blake Martinez a little bit. One of the most.
Oh, is he that linebacker?
He's the linebacker for the Packers, number 50. He plays just like AJ Hawk. He's a ball hawk. He tackles.
I can see that.
He gets all across the field. He's just one of the.
Yeah.
He's not real quick, but he gets across the field. He's just crazy. I'm so happy that we have him. But he isn't really appreciated. Like you talk about some of the best linebackers in the league, his name doesn't come up because he doesn't make real big plays.
I think he's kind of like Kiko. I like Kiko.
Oh yeah.
I think Kiko's really good. Doesn't ever really get mentioned.
He gets a lot of tackles behind the line. He gets tackles in field. If anybody's running at him, he will tackle them
He's going to get there.
Yeah. I just wanted to touch base with that.
And I like that. Open field tackling is very important for a linebacker.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I just wanted to touch base with that. Okay, you can go.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to go back to Amari Cooper.
I just wanted to say, the Packers defense, it looked really great that first quarter against the Rams. And then it just disintegrated. That's just how fast defenses, they can just be figured out now.
Yeah. Dolphins started out 3-0. We were averaging 2 picks a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went and played the Patriots.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. So I just don't get it. We're halfway through the season and Amari Cooper has 280 yards.
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
Not good.
That's some receivers can get that in 2 games.
Exactly. Adam Thielen had that, fucking week 2.
Yeah, jeez. That's right. Adam Thielen is...
Gotta talk about Adam Thielen at some point, because that guy is...
we'll probably do one, just best receivers in the NFL. We'll probably do that
I'll be down for that.
I'm not sure what week. Probably maybe next week. Subject next week.
Yeah, next week?
Yeah,
I'm
you
down.
Guys are somehow still watching. Say in the comments.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't thrown anybody into the box. All right.
Saquon. If you guys are still watching the comments, you can tell us what you want us to talk about next week. I think we're doing a round table later tonight. Everybody's gonna be just saying their opinions.
A couple people in here.
Open mic. Anybody wants to come in here? Give you a Discord link. You can join. Back to Amari Cooper.
I mean.
Oh, you know what? You talk. You say whatever you want. I don't care.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a 1. This is not a trade that should have happened.
No, absolutely not.
I think if Dallas was going to give up a first-round pick,
they should get 2 players.
Somebody that maybe has more than 280 yards.
Yeah, I think. I don't think this is smart by John Gruden. Not John Gruden. This is very smart by John Gruden. By the Cowboys front office. This is the this is literally one of the dumbest trades I've ever seen. No joke. With how he's been playing, there's
in my
no
lifetime.
reason. Like, in all the time I've actually watched football, I've never seen a dumber trade.
I've never seen something, and I don't. Maybe it ends up panning out. Maybe Amari Cooper, finishes the year with 1,000 yards.
That would be crazy.
That would be insane.
That would be like a storybook season. Like, I'll show you, I can catch.
Right? Maybe maybe next year he puts up 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns.
Ooh.
But right now, my first thoughts on this is dumb. This is horrible.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So 1 out of 10. All right.
So we're gonna end it with your mom gay.
Oh yeah, I don't have that slide up anymore.
I do.
I have like 19 tabs open right now.
So
and
if
it's
you guys,
Google Chrome. So my PC.
If you guys,
all right, guys, later.
Did watch the end? Thank you so much. Make sure you go subscribe to Cameron Wake is God. Please. He'll probably comment at the end of the video.
I'll probably talk shit.
Really fun to make. We are going to plan on doing like 2 of these a week. For
sure.
I love them. I love these kind of one-on-ones, and I think we're gonna love the round table. So
yeah, this is